The Story of Deep Creek, filmed by Bill and Velma Barlow, edited and produced by Becky Barlow.
The Great Spillway, where the waters of the Great Dismal Swamp have been flowing for many, many years.
Now all these blurry lines you see are because these films are 25 to 30 years old. And we're taking on the old movie cameras and converted over to VHS. And what we have here is the tearing down of the spillway.
And this is when they were in the process of building the new spillway where all the water was drained out and people were catching what fish were left in the old spillway hole.
I mean, they were having a good time. Any weapon they could find they were using, from clubs to spears to pitchforks, their hands, nets, anything that was available at that time. And this does go back a few years. It was probably 1963, 62.
Many, many years ago.
Right, here we go. Some of the fish are bringing up. And see, he's got his pitchfork out there. There's Becky Barlow. And there's Velma and Donna Barlow.
Mag Perry, one of the older residents of the area, who loved those catfish.
They're all taking in the scenery here. Yep, he's got one. Nice size. The water's getting lower and lower. A lot of junk in there.
That has been collecting in the area for many years. The catch of the day.
Now, I'd have been proud of that catch. Now we can get some closer inspections here. I wasn't getting that water for nobody. Not bad. That's the old spillway still standing. I guess in the process of tearing it down. Looks a lot different now, doesn't it? In a few minutes here, we're going to have Mr. Bill Barlow going out on the boat. Him and a few other fellows trying to catch some fish. They're going to do it the easy way. There was some excitement there in Deep Creek.
There's the steering wheel of somebody's old automobile.
Here we go.
This is the crew trying to catch some of the fish using one of the boats from the volunteer fire department. There's Kirk Foley.
Spectators everywhere. There they are putting a fishing net out. Trying to get the last remaining fish out. Been cute if one had fallen in and we could have gotten this on American's Funniest Videos.
Miss Bo Akers.
We're in the fish house, right?
Correct.
Come on, tip over, come on. They're no fun. Oops, sunspots. We got a few of them in there. Yeah.
We have Lawrence here, Donald McMath, and a few others from the Volunteer Fire Department and Rescue Squad that work in the boat, catching all the fish.
They were getting their practice in.
There's Benny Williams there standing looking over the situation with his arms folded, pointing.
Now we're going to bow and arrows now. That was some good eating that day around Deep Creek.
That's if you like catfish. Donald Culpepper, the home of the Culpepper family, Mildred Culpepper. One of the first auctions in Deep Creek by the Brewerton Club.
These are the good old days. Radio out there. Even got a bird.
That's Polly the Parrot, Billy Culpepper.
Bill Barlow with a plaid hat. There's a Deep Creek Mercantile in the background there. Hey, dollar, dollar, give me dollar, dollar, give me dollar, 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 give me dollar. October 5th. We don't know what year. This is when there's a mercantile, the old cars, and barber shop, and all the old stores over there. That's when the log cabin was beside the Deep Creek Baptist Church.
And Lord Easton checking out the situation. Died Deal and one of her youngsters.
So the bridge in the background.
Lee Hewitt, one of the residents of Deep Creek. Claire Wiedenberg. Wallace Cahoon, Lee Boehner. Jimmy Smith.
Mitchell Brown. And numerous others that we can't recognize or it goes by too fast.
Roland Culpepper. Prairie Fisher, who worked at one of the stores in the area.
Whoops. That's called face shot.
Now we get into one of the first parades that were held in the Deep Creek area.
first and only parade, right?
Dedication of the new fire department.
1960.
I believe it was 1966.
Here they come down George Washington Highway. Deep Creek Fire Department. Got the ambulance. Got Brentwood.
When the fire department was first started in Deep Creek, we had a canvas tent that we used as a shelter for the fire engine, and at nighttime we kept it at the Hamaco station in Deep Creek. It was entirely volunteer at that time, and some of your members had phones to their homes which answered the emergency calls.
Things sure have changed, haven't they? Oh, there's some of the ones on the parade route.
Hoffler home, Major Hillard home, Whitehurst home, and this is some of the spectators standing on the bridge in Deep Creek. Roscoe Musselwhite running across the yard. Roscoe's preacher in the area of the Baptist Church for many, many years.
The old Amico station. All the old cars. Then we have the Deep Creek Fire Department testing out their pump. That's the steering wheel there, of course. Here we go.
This used to be the big event of the weekend. So we'd have the fire truck squirt the water across the canal.
How exciting, huh?
Reverend Musselwhite and Alan Roberts. Lou Boynton was the fire chief at that time.
Fun, fun, fun. Well, at least they were ready. There's Bill Barlow there in the background. Still got the plaid hat on. Okay.
Carter Culpepper.
They were proud of that engine. We had some good dedicated residents when sitting in Deep Creek, took care of the fire department for us and everything else. And here we go to the big flood in Deep Creek. This is looking down Old Mill Road. Right there at the corner.
This is the Ash Wednesday storm.
You can see snow in the ground, but it is water everywhere, everywhere. This is down Old Mill Road again. Yeah, there's Mildred Culpepper. Along the canal bank.
This is the area of the spillway.
It's rather gloomy out there. Old fish house. Deep Creek is definitely deep that day. The Amico Station. Now we're going to move down to Virginia Beach.
This entire area of Virginia Beach was sealed off due to the tremendous damage done by the storm. National Guard troops were everywhere in the area. Damage was very severe, quite a washout. They were hauling in junked automobiles as rapidly as possible, trying to fill in some of the spots that had washed away between the boardwalk and the hotels.
Here's one of the cottages that had gone under. Even though this doesn't have anything to do with Deep Creeks, we thought some of y'all might be interested in seeing some of the damage. It's probably some of these pictures you just won't believe. Part of the amusement park, Seaside. Windows blown out and roofs blown off. Bringing in sand. There you see all the junked automobiles are bringing in, trying to stop the waves and fill it back up. Can't really make that scene out too good.
Some of this film is just like some of us folks. It just fades away.
Some more cars. In a minute you'll see how bad the boardwalk down at Virginia Beach was messed up. The supports were given out and gapping holes and everything else. Makes you wonder what it's going to be like with a hurricane should ever come in here full force. There we go, and see all the sand washed out. We got supports on the boardwalk. What's left of it. Mother Nature can be cruel sometimes.
Most of the fishing pier has been washed away.
Can't catch too much fish there. This is looking through another cottage that was messed up. Of course, we had the National Guard out patrolling. Maybe. But they've spent a fortune down there that weekend trying to get that put back together again. You see the house is just leaning sideways. And part of the boardwalk. Good thing them pylons went down pretty far. Hope they had insurance. Now we're going to move to Nag's Head area.
This is a result of one of the hurricanes that went through the area.
Pretty good one of that.
Most of the damage for this particular hurricane was on the sound side.
Or as the North Carolinians would say, the psalm side.
This was the Tommy Hawk Motel.
What's left of it.
This is one of the older homes on the sound side.
So much for that one.
Some go topsy-turvy.
There was just extensive damage everywhere. Buildings were blown down, roofs blown off, telephone wires everywhere, poles were down. It's a rather different sight. You don't see this too often, thank goodness. That one's completely gone. That's what you call waterfront property.
This is in the area going across the causeway from Manio to Nags Head.
So one roof landed at. Here's Velma and Becky Ann surveying the damage. But you can get a cheap room there tonight. Now we're going back Deep Creek finally. And this is still results of the we're back to the Ash Wednesday storm again.
This is the Balla home on George Washington Highway,
at that time.
which has been removed to make access to the new high school.
There's all the trees down, and see, I think it was electricity was out for 3 days.
Correct.
Somebody had a lot of yard work to do.
While we were riding all over the countryside, the wind was blowing trees all over our place.
Now we're going to take a trip to Cape Hatteras. And we're going to go across on the ferry. And over the ferry we go. There's always seagulls around, no matter what. Well, must be getting their land. Land ahoy! Yep, Hatteras Ferry. Now, any of y'all that have been to Hatteras in the last couple of years, you know how much is built up, and roads everywhere now, houses everywhere, cottages. Well, you're going to see what it was like back 25 years ago. Because when you got off the ferry, it wasn't much at all. This is it. A little track of a road.
That only lasted a few 100 feet, and after that it was nothing but sand to drive on. And shame on you from that point on.
In other words, every man to themselves, huh?
That was the best.
Whoops, another face shot. I believe this is on Cape Hatteras.
I believe this is on Ocracoke Island. The British Cemetery.
Now they're a load going home.
Cape Hatteras Lighthouse.
Been a landmark for years and years now. And that is a camera bag. It's not a pocketbook, y'all. It's a camera bag. And you see Cape Hatteras when there wasn't cottages every half mile. This is when they didn't have to worry about losing a lighthouse to erosion.
These pictures were taken from the top of the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse.
Now
to one of the big parades of the rescue squads of Virginia being held in Winchester, Virginia.
and there's Deep Creek. Deep Creek District Rescue Squad. And now we're going to look at some old pictures of Deep Creek. Drawbridge.
Canal Bridge hadn't changed a whole lot over the years.
Isn't that the president's boat there? Nah, I guess not. Bye, y'all. Come back now, you hear?
Going south for the winter.
See in the background where they're putting the addition on the Deep Creek Baptist Church.
Deep Creek Mercantile, barber shop that was located in the area, which is currently the location of 7-Eleven store, Howard Culpepper store, S&F Food Center, Lala Snack Shop, and then you had Georgie Culpepper store adjacent to that. Deep Creek Gymnasium, Deep Creek School, which at that time was the elementary, junior high, and high all in one. Now it's the intermediate school. Deep Creek Methodist Church,
Must not have been a school day. There's the yard, the playground area beside the school. All the swings and the old bungalows they used to have back there.
Parker's Restaurant, which is now Brentwood Restaurant.
That's all, folks.